Hello, Yombres, this is your boy L.A.zy coming at you with a little vlog. First of all, I want to say happy upcoming New Year's to anyone who is listening. And second of all, I want to just do, like a usual, little reflection upon how the year went by for me and how it's affecting me as a whole. Basically, pretty much considering the fact that I'm pretty well employed as a major plus over the 2016 year that I had. But overall, I feel like emotionally kind of worse in a sense because the way I've been feeling like every day is like, how can I put this? I'm feeling majorly burnt out. I'm feeling burnt out on making videos. I'm feeling burnt out on effort at all. Like, uh, I don't want to try anything. I just want to give up for most of the part because no matter how much I try, no matter how much I try to appease or please people, it never seems to be enough. Like, I do this and they're not happy with it. I do that, nobody's happy with it, and you're just kind of stuck with the question, why should you bother trying at all? Um, Pretty much I've been kind of stuck with that question for almost past year now. And like I said, there's still a constant fear of mine that I will get fired from this job sooner or later, mostly because of my mistakes. It's still creeping up like in the back of my head every now and then. And it's just mostly those thoughts that keep me from like staying in a sort of like peaceful state of mind, so to speak. But um, yeah, that's pretty much how it felt throughout the better part of 2017. But my mom always keeps telling me that you will feel like it because that's how adulthood works. You work hard and never ever appreciates you for it, or they judge you for the simplest mistakes. That's how it's always going to be, because like the human nature cannot be satisfied by any means, and you're unfortunately gonna have to live with that. But she also said that you're not like working or basically like you're not trying to prove anything to anybody else. You're just making a living, and what should be important to you is that you're making money for yourself that you use to live, to pay rent, to buy your own food, and that's the most thing that should be important for you. You should never like pay attention to anybody who thinks otherwise. You should never pay attention who judges you for the fact that you are trying. She always says to me that if somebody judges you for trying to waste your time or breath answering to that type of like asinine behavior, pretty much. And on part, she's right. Uh, it's just that I have several doubts in my head that I tend to beat into my own mind, and I'm just too stubborn to ever let go of them. And I think that's pretty much what affects my mindset as a whole. And whenever I like get doubts in my mind or anything else like that, I beat them very hard into my head, and it's tough for me to let go. Like, I'm doubtful of my abilities, and it stays that way for the longest time. I can for the longest time because, well, there's just many of my actions that prove I'm either not capable or I'm just too weak to do that or this. Pretty much how I live out most of my life with these never-ending doubts in my head, and I can never have like a calm state of mind because of that. And for the most part, that's why I try mostly to escape from those kind of worries any way I can, either through video games or through watching movies. By the way, I'm watching a series, Daredevil. People are actually right. Daredevil is awesome. So is the Punisher TV series. Watch that. I can't wait for season 2. So anyway, back to the topic. Like I said, this year it was kind of neutral for me emotion-wise. Like for the beginning part of the year, I did feel a bit depressed and that, but when it came down to the middle of the year, I just kind of felt, neutral on the whole stuff. Not sad, not worried, not happy, not anything. Just neutral, just kind of like a gray area, pretty much. Uh, but if there's one thing I never lose sight of is the people who do support me. My mother, my mom who lives with me, my father who lives back home, I still keep in contact with him. I'm hoping to visit him somewhere around next year if everything will go according to plan. And most of my friends that I speak with online, even though I don't speak with them all that much, I appreciate every single like little every single like little minute or little moment they spend just chatting with me. I really do appreciate that, because if I go like through days with not talking to anybody, neither like my friends or my mom, it's just I feel like exploding and on the inside, mostly because of again those little creeping doubts that I have etched into my mind that nobody wants to talk with me, nobody wants to help me with me, and that's partially the truth about how life is. Because in the end, if you don't like pick yourself up, uh, how pick yourself up and deal with your own problems, because nobody's gonna deal with them for you, and that's how pretty much I always lived by. Because uh, I was kind of a person who always kept to myself, and whenever there was ever a problem, I'll try to fix it myself, even though I know no solution to that problem. I'll always receive help from somebody else to show me a solution to that problem, and I honestly never liked that, because uh, I always want to learn something else. But the sad thing is, uh, I can't like learn something on my own that quickly. For me, it takes very slowly to learn something either way, and that's one of the many things that adds the doubts to my mind. The fact that I do learn quickly, the fact that I don't think like most people, kind of pushes me up like away from certain people, and that does kind of affect me mentally from one way or another. But since I do know that these are just thoughts that are crawling up my head, I just show them to the deepest recesses of my mind that I have. Because uh, how can I put this? Well, basically, while I do allow the bad things like crawl over my head and like control my thinking, there's one thing I do always believe in, that maybe somewhere down the line, maybe everything will become better. And also, what I never do forget is how the people that I care about, the people who care about me in return, who never lost their trust in me, I never lost my trust in them. I always hope for them to be better, because those people that showed, uh, uh, how can I say, those people that showed me kindness, I just want their kindness to be repaid back, because those kind of people, they deserve to live, they deserve to have everything good go their ways. And those who want to bring people down, those who want to make life miserable for others, I really hope karma somehow catches up to them in the most brutal way possible. It shows them you just can't bring somebody like down like that. No way, and expect yourself to be like, you know, free from karma and all that. But karma has a very, very slow way of working, and you know, some people just go away and punish too. Just after they make something miserable, they just go off scot-free, never thinking twice about someone else's feelings. And you know, that also kind of sucks. But overall, like I said, this year has been kind of initial to me. Not happy, not sad, and uh, just overall like a mixed bag, you pretty much see. But I will say the one upside is that I didn't spend the better half of this year unemployed, unlike back in 2016. That's one upside I can have. And I'm hoping 2018 will bring me something, I don't know, bring some goals to my life, at least somehow spice up some difference in my soul that I've been having for the longest time. And what I hope for 2018 for everyone else who's been a friend to me, who's been kind to me, who ever show their care to me, I wish them the warmest. I wish them the very best. I wish them the warmest feelings of positivity, even though that is the kind of cheesy thing to say. I wish them that 2018 will be a lucky year for them. Maybe they'll have a lucky break. Maybe they'll earn loads of money. Maybe they'll move into a new house. I wish for those kind of things. Because as I was, how can I put this? we always make mistakes and learn from those mistakes, and hopefully whatever mistakes we made this year will help us improve our lives and our visions for the future. Again, that's very cheesy to say, but in the end, you just can't deny that as the truth. The mistakes that we make, we always we're always going to make those mistakes because we're always learning in our lives. Yeah, that's pretty much. So, what I want to say in the end, I wish you all a very happy new year. For everyone who stayed with me in this channel, for every one of my friends who I've been talking to throughout this year, who have been helping me, who have been caring about me, I wish them all the very best. And I hope 2018 will be a better year for most of you. For all of you, at least. Yeah, so with that, I'm going to end this little vlog. Again, I wish you all a very happy new year and the best prospect for all of you. With that, I wish you all goodbye and see you next year. Goodbye!